This is Jordan Tower with JT News. Make sure you smash that like button, smash that subscribe. And, well, I do have to comment on this. I've seen this on a lot of blogs that this is the news that Drake is snacking on Uncrustables during a performance. Like, is that what the news is for a lot of these blogs? Like, come on, man. That's not even worthy of posting, okay? I mean, they posted the whole him holding up a Uncrustables to the screen. So The Rock, he buys a house for a UFC fighter. He goes in with him and, says, oh, I got to go drop something off at this house for a family that I bought it for. And he surprises this UFC fighter, Themba Gorimbo, with the house. It's his. And he's been very vocal that he's been sleeping on couches and stuff and trying to make it happen in the UFC. And he didn't have his own house, and it's been hard to have his family around and everything. So this is beautiful to see, man. I'm glad The Rock did this for him. 50 Cent says he's seen every different kind of punani you can see from 2003 to 2005. And after 2005, he knew his self-worth, and he was more selective and more focused on business. It wasn't just about being a new artist. 50 Cent rise to fame was insane. We'll never... The only other time we saw something similar to that is, I guess, Drake during that time period, after 2000. I mean, we've seen people before that, but I'm just saying, like, he had a great run. I don't know if he's thinking about dropping a new album. He said he's working on an album, but this is his last time touring for Get Rich or Die Trying, I guess. That's what they say to, like, boost ticket sales. And he sold out the tour. Moneybagg Yo, Little Baby are having trouble selling their tours. They don't have a connection with their audience. And, Moneybagg Yo and Little Baby, I don't know if they could change anything at all. I think they should really, if they're both struggling with selling out tours together, they should team up together. I mean, they're struggling selling out tours separately. They should team up and try to sell this tour together because obviously they're having trouble. I don't know what it is. Maybe Little Baby's last album was trash. Moneybagg Yo is on the top of his game, but he's not memorable. You might disagree with that, but he doesn't have a lot of memorable songs. I bet you right off the top of your head right now you can't name a Moneybagg Yo song. Little Baby's more memorable, but it's hard to gauge. You don't know how the audience is going to receive you, We'll see. 50 Cent's never been out of our faces. He's always been in our face doing something, But, he has that Drake effect, except Drake is known for putting artists on and not having too much beef with too many people. 50 Cent's known for having that pull, putting all his guys on, but having beef with everybody. Boosie claims he bailed out a white guy from the jail as soon as he got there for $1,200. I don't know about that. We'll see. Boosie, to me, I'm very critical of Boosie now, and I'm sure you guys are too because I've seen you in the comments. He's just doing too much, He's playing the victim in this case that he has, but he did it to himself. I can't really look at it like they're picking on him. He gets pulled over often, and he's been caught with a gun multiple times. The first time he was caught with a gun, it got dismissed. You'd think you're learning your lesson after that, right? But he doesn't, he just keeps doing it, And I get he's building Boosie estates and this and that, but, and people were like, oh, that's amazing. But this guy's spread thin. He's doing too much. He's building a house in Las Vegas. He doesn't have any money for his trial now. He's going to have to raise money. He was selling his Rolls-Royce truck within 2 hours of being locked up. And that's because he probably didn't know how long he was going to be locked up. And, yeah, we'll see. how this all works out for Boosie. But I think in the meantime, he should stop commenting on everything and telling us he's going to anger management and all this other stuff. It's like, bro, you don't have to pick up the camera and show everything. When they don't give you jelly at McDonald's, I don't need to know that you're upset that you didn't get jelly with your order. What do you think? McDonald's is going to give you a sponsorship deal all of a sudden? I don't know. You know, like, you can't go around and complain about everything. We all like Boosie because he is a superstar, right? But he operates like a regular person, you know? And there's a point where he just went too far. He really went hard with the snitching thing recently. He's doing all of the snitching thing. He's a man of God, reading the Bible. Yeah, he's going to YNW Melly's trials. He's going to everybody's trials now at the same time. It's not a consistent. Then yesterday he was talking about how his son's nipples are sexy to him. I was like, bro, come on, man. It's a little too much. Chill out. Terrence Crawford was on TMZ Sports. He was talking about he doesn't want to have a fight with Canelo. I don't think the thing with Gervonta had happened already, where Gervonta said he'd take him in the six rounds, but I didn't listen to the whole TMZ thing, so I could be totally wrong right now. Reason and Logic beef. TDE artist clears up issues with fellow rapper Logic. Let's see. This took place on Peter Rosenberg, where he addressed the drama with Logic. This was on a song called The Soul, or a project called The Soul Part 2. I'm not a big Reason fan, so excuse me for that. He says he was growing tired of being compared to the former Def Jam signee, causing him to vent on the track, ultimately upset. You're mad at Logic because you're getting compared to Logic, or the fan base? You know, it's like the biracial star later hit back on Vinyl Days. However, he's publicly denied throwing any shade at Reason with his bars. When speaking with Rosenberg about the situation, the Summer Up hitmaker. I love how they always put these like quotations in, but it was a subliminal back and forth. He says, I can't say that he's not a good rapper. I was early Logic fan. I'm big on accountability. So it's kind of my fault. I started it. All right, cool. So this guy is sensitive. Reason is super sensitive, and so is Logic. Let's just say that. Then we got YNW Melly. They set the trial date. I think it's in September. And he's not going to be let out on bail, because I don't think you get bail for being accused of murder. They say there's no witnesses, but you got YNW Bortland. They should apply more pressure to him if they want someone to flip. That's your guy. But it becomes on October 9th now. He thinks he's coming home. We will see. They should probably just like make a deal like at some point, because it's like you're gonna go through a whole nother trial. Jeez. Benny the Butcher and Hit Boy new album has been delayed. Hit Boy lets everybody know this. Potential Lil Wayne collab, which will probably happen. Just a collab with Jay-Z. Jay reached out to him and collaborating. Okay, so they're going to try to get the hype. Talked about past Drake collab on the shelf. Okay. Well, what is it delayed till? And why is it delayed? Huh. Isn't he on Def Jam? Isn't he going to drop an album on Def Jam? Or is this, like, what's going on? See, I think that Def Jam signing was a big mistake. That's just my point, my perspective. I just think, like, he was doing so great. Indie. Should have stayed indie. Def Jam is not putting the building behind him. Let's just be honest about that. I'll give Benny Butcher the hard time with the pork chops and all that, but he is good, and this is his career, and I hate to see anybody's career get shelved by a label. Like, if you're in total control, it's better to be in total or as much control as you can have over something. If I was going to sign to Def Jam and I was him at that time, I would have said, listen, if you don't do this, and this by this time, I want it in the contract that I can go release my own stuff. We can still, have obligations for, this contract, but I have to be allowed to release my own stuff after this amount of time, because it's like, you got to have things in a contract that save you from being shelved and not being able to produce music and give it to your fans and sell it. I mean, everybody has bills. Everybody has a career that they want to maintain, and the entertainment industry is fickle. So you got to keep feeding the fan base. Otherwise, they'll get what they want from somewhere else. They have no obligation to be loyal to you. Anyways, this is Jordan Tower with JT News. I appreciate you guys, and I'll check you guys in the next one. Don't be stingy. Make sure you smash that like button. It is so important to do that on the video, okay? I'm going to be doing some experimenting on the channel in the next couple weeks, just different drop schedules, different kinds of content, all with entertainment, but just different kind of subjects and stuff, because, like, I don't know, I feel like I need to mix it up a little bit more. This is Jordan Tower with JT News. Peace.